Alright, let's just jump right on in. And what do you know? I actually get to set my skills this time. So that's what I'm going to do. Lost in thought. Yeah, you can hit algorithm. So this costs 2. So if I use this, it's going to be at 8. Yeah, there we go. Melodious voice. Increases damage. Wait, effective during bullet time battle. Oh, you mean like panic talk shit. I think. I don't know. I might be wrong. Handiwork. Reload 2 bullets at once? Damn, son. I'm gonna need that. Oh, and I guess that's all. I guess that's all we got. You know what? Who cares? Let's just do this.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Why does it sound like he's whispering?
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Oh.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Well, screw this class trial, I guess. Get the votes on.
Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Murderer! You want to talk.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit.
Who made those?
Parts we assume were used to build it.
Who bought those?
And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
Well, there's his argument. I mean, if someone really did set him up to, like, frame him for it, and, like, they're messing with us, then Hina and Celeste are, like, totally falling for it.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Alright, I need to look at... Which truth bullet is it? Yasuhiro's... No, not that. Message. Meet in the dining hall. It was remarkably neat and clear. Okay. Oh, his handwriting. Yeah, it says his handwriting is marked.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I think those two are the only ones.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Okay, I think I know what to do. I'm gonna try
Everything
something.
we found in your room. The blueprints,
The suit parts.
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Eh. Get out of here!
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
Yeah, I don't know.
what do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego
Oh,
disappeared.
you got that, right?
The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
How do you disguise your handwriting?
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Yeah, do you like pretend you have Parkinson's or something?
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
Yeah!
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Oh, boom! We got more on his side.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
Optimus Prime, bitch!
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Oh. Of course he passes it off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Plot twist, it was in the suit. It was the Illuminati!
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Well, he was in the suit, but like...
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
Well, never mind.
That doesn't make any sense! You just said Hiro didn't do it!
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Oh, he never said he was a culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
It was all a setup.
What?
And you are totally falling for it.
Now that's a bold assumption!
And what reason do you have
And
to
you.
make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
But Taka's body.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Why, yes I can, teach. Oh, Taka's body. Oh, I mean, there was this, and there was this. And that's it, really. Present with triangle. Present these burps! Oh my god, call this the burp stream. Holy crap. Wait, they're not expecting you to, like, use either one of these in a specific order now, do they? Whatever.
I got it!
There's still one more thing. Oh! So... Oh, so this time it's like two shits. One after the other, okay. No, what happens if I choose that again? No, I'm not gonna do that.
I got it!
I double
They
got
were
it!
A dolly and a tarp, right?
Yeah. Guess that means yes.
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
I mean, it looks like the blue tarp was kind of just laying there. Maybe it was wrapped before? I don't know.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
Yep, they don't used it real good.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
Use it as a skateboard.
I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
Oh, there it is.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
I mean, what else would they have used? It's not like they carried them there, right?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
I mean, Taka's body is kind of a large object, well, technically.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
Oh, wait! What if they left it in the equipment room right after they killed Taka? Just to, like, prepare beforehand? I don't know.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Oh, I'll respond, alright.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Yeah, what else is new? Oh, another element. Bullet time battles. Oh, wait, did I just... Oh, no. Oh, right,
You
right.
have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
Oh,
Away with
okay.
you.
Boom, 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 and boom.
You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
Oh, God,
You
I'm
are a
screwing
fool.
up.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
I'm just gonna do that. Oh,
I
boom.
cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Yeah! The bloodstained bitch!
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
Oh, that's where that comes in. Oh, okay.
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread.
Oh, jeez.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
Whoops.
And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Yeah, how do you like that?
Well, anyway, that was just something
Nah, she
we
just
had to
hates
get out of
being
the way.
wrong.
Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then
It was a killer.
what kind of robot is it?
It was an innocent robot.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Yeah, if I could look back at how it was moved. Guess it's my time to shine again. It's like every time Byakuya speaks, it's like, it's my time to shine for Makoto.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Hang on, I need to read this. Robo-Justice. No one but us could possibly put into it. And wish anyone would not be able to see their feet. Oh, they wouldn't be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. Okay.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Oh, I see it.
Then you could push the dolly no problem.
I think.
So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry, I don't think I realize anything.
Me. You'd have to bend over.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit then loaded it onto the...
Now, keep in mind that...
Well, yeah, all you'd have to do
is bend over.
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Get out of here!
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
You remember?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. You, like, can't even move when you're wearing that thing. Let alone kill a person and move their body. Can't bend at the waist. There it is.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist.
I mean, it's not like you could just kick the dolly or anything.
Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, good luck navigating like that.
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
What, you try that before?
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Oh, once it's on, you can never take it off.
I got it!
You'd have to take off your life.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I can't get off. A little help. Celeste even said that. Yeah, someone definitely set up Hero.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
Why would he make that up?
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Yeah, that's true. He's not that stupid, right?
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
It's super true.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please.
Oh.
Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
She still has more rebuttals.
You all got a good look at it. Did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice?
Dragged away.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
It was an intense love sesh. They got caught in the moment.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said? So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Now hold on a second.
Hold on a second!
Yeah!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Damn right!
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Yeah, we're like, what, 10 minutes in?
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
You would know about a pain in the ass. You know a thing or two about that.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Yeah.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. She was, like, gone the whole time.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning.
We're not doing the comic book shit early now, are we?
4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Again.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice.
Optimus Prime, Robo-Justice.
It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library.
But wait, who took that picture, though? It wasn't Celeste, was it?
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Rather intense scream for someone like you.
and then...
And that was Hifumi.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
Yep.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Wait, you did too?
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Very surprising. It disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
He was tripping balls,
But when we
dude.
got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
Yep, pretty much.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Oh, it's complicated.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Like work on one murder at a time.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Yeah. No matter what, I'm gonna find all of them. I love how I still have only one truth bullet.
So,
Okay, I was just reading
regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
that. What's
Taka
it mean?
came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Oh, so I have to figure out what order.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Alright. I don't think... I feel like it's got nothing to do with the file, the Monokuma file.
So, regarding Taka's death,
So like pretend that
I
doesn't
wonder
exist.
if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say
Yeah, I'm
that?
gonna try something here.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a
See? So it's obvious Taka came...
So,
Regarding... I wonder if... Or perhaps it was... We already know what
Wait,
order they were killed in.
boom, got it.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Get out of here! First try.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
I actually got it on the first try. I can't believe it.
If anything, That's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
Oh.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Show. What time? Oh, Hangman's Gambit! Okay, this one's a little different. Oh, I already got letters. So I just like shoot. Oh god, oh Jesus, I don't know. Oh my god, that was the saddest. That was the saddest shit ever. Holy crap.
I refuse to give up yet!
Alright, alright. Let's take things slowly now. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so I guess I leave the other letters. I know what the answer is. Ah, it's too late for that one. Come on, I need me an H. Give me that H. I don't need these L's. I already took all the L's I need.
Now I understand!
Yeah, that's how it's done in this game.
I've got it! Taka's wristwatch!
So it's just as it says. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the last thing on your mind.
See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
I forgot about that.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Super Saiyan Taka.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
Wait, we weren't even up at like 6 a.m., were we?
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us.
Damn, son.
We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
It'll play all of us.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Bye.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
We hadn't even woken up yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yep, that was him, all right.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Yep, we is all to the good.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
That's what they did.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I have it right! Oh, shit.
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, Clearly, none of us could have killed him.
Yeah.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office,
How did it leave from the nurse's office on the first floor, go all the way up to the third floor?
Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait,
No,
then
Toka
what
was.
if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
It's not like she's got super strength or something.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Maybe she possessed Hifumi's soul and, like, went upstairs.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
Well, now, Kyoko.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
Damn, she knows what she's doing.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
Black magic. More than a minute or two.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
All you gotta do is make it so!
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
What if Ifumi turned into a zombie?
The dead body moved on its own?
Get out your lawnmowers!
No! Not another... ghost!
Ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is,
Ifumi's a zombie? I'll stop.
we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Hifumi was undead.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Why you say that? Broken wristwatch.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
No autopsy needed.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Oh, wait. Are we doing this 2 times in a row? Like, taking one shit and firing at another shit? I feel like that's what they want us to do.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Oh, we got a lot of options this
Hifumi was
time,
dead,
though.
without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that?
Alright.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
I'm
discovery.
gonna try this with one of those two.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Wait, that wasn't it.
Shoot!
Oh god, I only have 3 more tries.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Oh wait, I just
Hifumi was
just
dead,
realized it.
without a doubt.
And you know that how?
I think
Surely
I just
you
realized.
heard the body discovery
Hang on.
announcement. Hifumi's dead body had...
And that is, are we real? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I want to try
Are
something
you saying
here.
that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, Hifumi was dead.
And you
Okay.
know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest. Hifumi's dead body
Had been found.
Ah, that wasn't it.
Shoot!
Do you know who I am, Celeste?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
It's
Hifumi
definitely
was
one
dead,
of those.
without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I'm gonna...
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
I'm gonna leave
No.
that one for now.
It is Hifumi was dead. And you know that. Surely you heard the body
Hifumi's dead body
Had been found.
Boom!
No, that's wrong!
Get out of here!
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
I was actually gonna do that one first, but then I saw the one that was like, he's actually still alive, and that got me all confused.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
Oh yeah, I thought they mentioned that too.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
It's hot as balls in this room.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
Well, Monokuma?
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Yeah.
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
Yes or no?
But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That doesn't tell us shit.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
Think we all know the answer to that.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Shit. There we go. My mic was out of position.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Well, yeah.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Oh, it was made again.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
I think this one.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies.
Yeah, that's when Ifumi was actually dead.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality,
We only rediscovered one.
when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
So much going on with this.
Oh, I know!
Oh, go on.
Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Bada bing, bada boom.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
See, Rain.
Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Nah, it's a class trial, dude. It's for our lives. It ain't pointless. Yeah, his glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Nobody yawns, Nick.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Oh,
Then, was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous.
this is ridiculous, man.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
Alright.
The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time it was in.
But when you compare his body before,
Other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Eh. Get out of here!
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
I remember a difference.
His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
I shall fill the rest of you in.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Oh. It was... this.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
So it's obviously it was his.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
He loved that show.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
the character was Princess Higgles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
Yeah, I don't know anyone else who watches that show.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of
Oh my god.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
Hifumi was undead. That's what we're saying.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
It means the true murderer wiped them off?
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
What if they were looking to steal his glasses?
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
Yeah.
He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see.
Why kids love the great taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Copious corpse.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Yeah, all that blood.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere!
Well, there you go.
But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
God.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Taka himself.
I got it!
It was Sakura.
It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's
Sakura would
office,
never do that.
he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Yeah, I tried it, remember?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
Okay, well then that says it. Whoever was in the repository at the time has no alibi.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Oh my god!
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
But now Monokuma doesn't get to execute him! What a shame.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Yes.
There's more?
But wait, there's more!
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Oh, absolutely. I like how she said that.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Oh! Yeah, I do actually, now you mention it. But wait, there's 2 shits for it. It's either this one or this one. His hand was found clutching that. So, I could say Hifumi had this. Yeah, so...
I got it!
Yeah!
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
You don't hid that shit?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
In his pants?
What? In his pants?
Oh, yeah!
Yes, his pants.
She's just like, yes. Stop, Nick.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Fuck pants. Am I right? I found a hole. Maybe we could use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Ah! That's the note I was telling you about! The one that told me where to go!
Oh, here, he had a note too.
Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Yeah, that is different.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
No, it isn't. Didn't you just say that?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants.
I got it! That's right! Taka!
Hifumi's pants. Oh my god.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
You don't talk to his trouser snake.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Objection?
I don't really understand
Overruled.
what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
TikTok and Huffy. Dude, I love the nicknames Genocide Jill uses. Oh my god.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
I'm gonna call him TikTok from now on. That does it.
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Oh my god, it's too good. She is seriously scary. She scares me to death. Sorry. Killer gets me. Oh, we get 3 this time.
Huffy had the note, right?
Hey, I got my life
Then the person
back.
it was
Most
intended
of them.
for must have been Huffy!
Huffy.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
TikTok. Screw TikTok. Vine is better, am I right? Miss Vine.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for
Oh, broken wristwatch. It says
must have
6
been
a.m.
Huffy!
Oh, wait, no. Ah,
But
that was
remember
my
what the
chance,
note
I
said.
think.
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
I'm gonna try this first. Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Get out of here!
No, there absolutely is a connection.
I thought it was the other one at first, but I saw that and I was like, wait a minute.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. You've already proven that using his wristwatch.
Yeah, I remembered that.
But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
And where's the equipment room?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
No, might as well have been said. Hey, come over here for death!
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
That's what I thought.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster.
Yeah.
Telling people they found a way out.
Tell you what.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Yeah, but
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
like, what was the point of that?
Huh? He stole it?
Oh, wait, never mind.
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
All right, I will. Proof that he stole.
I got it!
Oh, now it's
When I
this one.
searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Well, look at that.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
There was a struggle.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip,
Death grip.
leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Trying to hide that shit.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Yeah, he was super involved, bitch.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
In fact, he's right behind me! In fact, you're speaking to him right now! Pulls off his mask.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
Yeah.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Yeah, the true killer. They killed everyone so far.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Oh my god.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
You're always together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Walrus?
Who are you calling a walrus?
Who you calling walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
Oh, what is it?
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I think I see where you're coming from.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after
Oh,
all.
damn.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
Oh, yeah.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
Yeah.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
What if it was both?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
combined powers.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Oh, we're back to one truth bullet. Spotless hammer. Hang on.
What was...
It's here. Spotless. Found wet and recently washed.
used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Murdergear.com.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers! And, that's about it.
That's about it. Pretty much.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Okay, I think I see it.
Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody... Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5
I'm gonna try this.
to make its appearance!
Ah.
Shoot!
Well, I'm staying the hell away from you. Although I am flattered.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
Oh, wait!
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure
Oh,
out.
never mind.
How was the culprit able to
I
move
had
around so
something there.
freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Oh, wait.
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Murdergear.com/hammertime.
One thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers! And, that's about it.
Oh, that's about it. I want to try this. It's risky.
What was used to
Wish
kill
I had more
Hifumi?
lives.
Was it Justice Hammer 3?
Oh, wait. No. I almost missed my opportunity.
Maybe Justice
What
Hammer
the hell
4?
was that? It went,
Well,
went
whatever
right
it
through
was,
the words.
there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to... How did nobody...
Let me just...
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make
boom.
its appearance!
Do
Check out
this.
murdergear.com.
Well, what? The murder weapon and, that's about it.
Okay, I'm gonna get it this
What
time.
was used to
Kill Hifumi.
Ah, nope.
shoot?
I don't understand it either.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it
Maybe it's
Justice
this
Hammer
one?
3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Oh my god.
Shoot! What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well,
I feel
whatever
like
it
witness
was,
has nothing to do with it.
there's one thing we have to figure out.
How was the culprit? How did nobody Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com.
Well, what? The murder weapon and, that's about it.
Wait, one of the Justice Oh my god. Okay, I just came up
What
with
was
two
used
more
to kill
options.
Maybe Justice...
I'm gonna try one right
there's
now.
one. How was the culprit? How did nobody... Sounds like a Justice... Check out murdergear.com.
Well, what?
The murder weapon had to be one of the
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Get out of here! Oh my god.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
Man, we're cutting it close here.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi.
So, you were half right, Hiro.
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
Well, yeah.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones,
Yeah, look at all those hammers right there.
and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Yeah, that's like...
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Unless there's something more with this story. Spotless hammer again.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Yeah. There were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Even if more than one...
only the one who actually carried out the act can assuming the rule holds
I'm
true.
gonna try something.
It is simply impossible
risky,
that two
considering
people
this.
work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right?
Oh, wait. No,
In
I'm
this
stupid.
case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out,
Even if more than one...
only the one who actually
No,
carried
don't
out the
shoot the
act
words.
can, assuming the rule holds true.
It is simply...
That is how...
But that only really applies
Dang
if
it.
there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Oh, I think I get it now.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Even if more than one...
only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, assuming the rule holds true.
It is simply...
Boom!
No, that's wrong!
Get out of here!
Since
Man,
there
that
were
was a good
two
catch, Nick.
murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
Yeah.
Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
That'd be stupid as hell.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Mutual reward.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders.
Yeah.
Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies.
I mean, think about it, right?
By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan.
One crafty bastard, I must say.
And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Damn. Now you put it like that, it's like, jeez.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
But it's still fucked up. She notices everything from the very beginning. Yeah, really. She's too amazing. Yeah.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
Where's a marionette? Am I right? Sorry.
That's problem numero uno right now.
Numero uno. Wait, you're not gonna make... Oh my god. I think I know who it is, but like... I almost don't want to say it. You know what? Screw it.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Yes, you are.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
No one's laughing.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him...
But we saw you demand him get you tea, though.
That I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Oh my god. She's about to flip her lid.
Pardonnez-moi.
Yep.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
And we all saw it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
The paper in the pants. I'm gonna say this. They did a lot of screaming.
Shoot!
Well, they did do a lot of screaming, though.
I got it!
So
The
it was...
behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it?
Oh, wait! Oh, now I think about it. It's like that picture. Oh, I think I see it now.
The only ones
my
who ever
God.
actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Well, before the rest of us got down to the pool and shit.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Everything we were told was a lie.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Shadow.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
The second floor?
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
It was blood-curdling.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Intense scream, I tell ya. Went further down the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Ooh.
It was to get us to divide into two groups, so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Oh. And she chose who goes where, too.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
It's like, yeah.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
Damn, son. She's backed into a corner now.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
She, like, forced the confirmation in our heads.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Yeah, it's surprising, right?
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
Celeste did take her to the bathroom.
Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Aww.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
When you look at it like this, the pieces fit together perfectly.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Yes, you do.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
You done fucked up.
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
We're all going to die here. just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
Celeste's name is not on there, now is it?
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto.
Still no Celeste to be seen?
Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
And Celeste was never present until she saw us in the hall.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said?
Damn, he is schooling the hell out of her.
If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
I think I know. I have a feeling I know what she's alluding to, or what is eluding the shits.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Wait, should I still only have 2 hearts.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Just like those guys died.
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Get out of here. This is nerve-wracking.
That's right.
2 hearts.
There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died.
Those guys.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
So how do you know that shit?
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
How did you know, Celeste?
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
How you know they both got dicks?
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Oh, I actually didn't think of that. Oh.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
Imagination.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
He was working with you, remember?
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Yeah.
So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Yeah, but keep all of us have in mind that you two are working together.
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
They were dragging Hifumi away.
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Not for you, there ain't. They're dancing. They're drinking, dancing and drinking.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away.
They're having a good old time.
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Oh.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Fabricated.
And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That would make it like way too easy though.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
That's fucked up, man.
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
You still got room to argue, I see. Oh, back to 3 shits.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Yeah!
Like I said, ridiculous.
Killing your friends.
As you can see in the picture, the
Downing your
suspect is
friends.
standing perfectly upright.
I'm getting health back.
If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Fortune-telling idiot. Hina said... Yeah, they couldn't bend.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight!
Wait, what? Oh, it's
You
down
tried
there.
to make me look like the bad guy!
And that's fucked up!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the
Hang on, let me see Robo Justice costume.
suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Wait a minute. Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Get out of here!
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
I feel like we just talked about this not too long ago.
Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Totally can't bend at the waist, dude.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Yeah.
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
That's Sprite, though.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Check and mate.
Checkmate?
Oh. Oh, God.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean?
Oh my God, she is mad. That face, though, holy crap.
Celeste?
She has lost her mind.
Surely, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
But they were working together, though. She could have told Hifumi, like, hey, say it was Yasuhiro who killed him. Or whatever.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
What's with her voice now? Jeez. It's like all...
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure! Hagakure!
Wait! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually...
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Oh, shit!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean you're gonna burn us alive?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He said for serious a lot. For serious?
I got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Yeah, he's like Miss Kirigiri or Miss Asahina.
Exactly.
All that.
I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
Mr. Naegi.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
Mr. Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Nah, just stop, Celeste. You're done for.
Indecent?
I'm sorry.
Don't talk.
Random
Don't
chance.
talk, ever.
Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
Random chance.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Whose last name is Yasuhiro?
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to.
The Mastermind? No.
And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Oh, Celeste is a fake name.
What did you just say?
Her name is just Celeste, not even her last name.
To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
You lose.
Well, do I?
I love that face, dude. Oh my god.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Oh my god. That is freaky as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
But that's the first time you said your full name. E-Handbook Spotless Hammer message.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
And it ain't Celeste.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
Play pretend.
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
Oh.
That's the only truth there is! Moron!
That freaky face. Moron!
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name...
It would have to be you, Celeste. You have
How many times Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do
Do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. And since you have no way to contradict me...
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Get out of here!
That's it. The handbook.
She is losing her mind.
What?
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Let's see your handbook, Celeste.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Oh,
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
come on, Celeste.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
Because.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
But the game ain't over yet.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
Oh, we're doing the comic book shit.
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Alright. Wait. How do you, like... Oh, that's for the different... Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've done a trial. That rhymed. So, I'm assuming that all of the shits are already here. So it's not like the second game. Was it seduction? Yes. Where's the picture of that here? Wait, no. Oh, there we go! No. It's not that. It's from the last trial, anyway. Oh, here we go. There's 10 pages. I think it was that. I want to say that. What's this? Hifumi used something to move the bike. The chips! I mean, the closest thing I could think of is... Robo Injustice. I don't see any of that on here. Oh, okay, so it was, boom. What time? What time is he supposed to go to the equipment room? No, wait. I keep mixing those up. They knocked him out. Wait a minute. They knocked him out, then stuffed him in the justice. Oh! I think it was this. Who was it? What time did the killers call the victim? That one. I don't know what that is. Wait, no. I think I might have put up the wrong... Can I use an item twice? I feel like I have to use one. Like, I feel like it applies to both shits. I don't know what that is. That like... I want to say that. I have no idea. I feel like this might be correct, actually. I think it was that. I have no idea. Fuck, let's just...
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Oh my God.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
His face on the bottom one, though.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro.
They didn't have to do him like that.
The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Yes.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
that wasn't it.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Yeah.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository.
Why is it called a dolly, though?
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
Can you just call it like a cart?
But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
About a kiss? It was you!
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
You lose.
I lost?
Yeah. Looks like your gambling career's over.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no.
Oh, is the truth gonna come out?
Taeko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taeko?
Taeko.
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Oh my god, her voice is completely different.
Interesting.
Dude, she was like a completely different person there. Did you see that? Holy crap. Oh, hell yeah, 93 monocoins, bitch. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Why do you say it like that?
What?
No, but like, isn't that such a coincidence, though? Yasuhiro is her last name, but it's his first name, too. Seriously. This whole stinking scheme.
Ta-da!
Taeko.
Honestly.
Nope, you don't get to speak in that voice anymore. We know your true identity, bitch.
I knew it.
Lying.
So then,
Yeah,
Indeed.
Yup. Does it rhyme with smalter she goes over? Yup.
Say what?
just a second.
Don't worry about it, you bitch.
In other words,
Indeed.
You bitch.
I see.
But where'd you put it, though?
Actually,
What?
are you okay with this?
So she did lie!
So then,
Damnation! Say what?
Oh.
as for me,
The normal Taka wouldn't do that, but this Taka...
Oh,
as for me,
abused me.
what? Damnation!
An absolute crime.
Say what? Completely unforgivable!
Oh shit! Damn, like picture him actually saying that in his voice, dude.
most unfortunate. Actually,
What?
indeed.
This is unforgivable! Completely
Bastard!
unforgivable!
Bastard, 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 bastard. Sorry.
Honestly,
I swear I will save her!
I'll save her!
actually,
Things you do for love.
I see.
You disgust me, I know, right?
indeed.
But
Yeah! Because you're stupid. Wow.
huh?
That's it?
Let's see.
That is low, dude.
Well,
Are you okay with this?
He ate it all up.
so in the end,
What the heck?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Well,
Don't be mean!
Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
Why?
What the heck?
No, you're not that low, are you? Oh. Yeah, see, you've been drilling it into our heads about this adaptation crap.
But
You little bitch! Hey! You little bitch!
There's that face again.
This is fine.
A dream.
Honestly. As for me,
Yeah, what was that dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
Oh, you mean like a certain someone? Oh my god.
This is fine.
Wow. So you did do it for the money.
There is nothing to be done.
Just the worst.
Oh! Do you understand?
What is this?
Come on, man. Don't say shit about your legacy.
Yes, indeed. Isn't it wonderful?
Marie Antoinette.
Hey,
I mean, she really played along with that lie, saying, like, she can fool her own feelings. I mean, like, she must have done it so much that she actually started to believe it.
Thrills, chills, kills! Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
Oh god, there's her real voice again.
What?
What is that?
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
I am so weirded out. I'm sorry. I'm so weirded out hearing her voice like that. Holy crap.
Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Alright, not Celeste. Man, she is ready for this. The burning of the Versailles witch. Damn, this ambient music, though. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, we got Evil Knievel in this bitch. Well, that certainly put an end to that blaze. Not Celeste killed my friends. Yeah.
Extreme!
Well, funny you say that.
What are you gonna do?
let me out of here!
Yeah, I'll throw you in the trash, bitch.
Too bad.
Yeah.
How strange.
Well, then answer it, bitch! Then we'll stop asking.
Hey! Hey!
Who knows?
Wah-wah?
So then... You...
Yeah, what did you do?
Who?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Hey,
Oh, God. No. No.
Ooh, how exciting.
Mm-mm. Don't tell me. Did Kyoko get fucking violated? I swear to God.
Hello.
Can you not? Now is... If there's any time for that, now is the worst time for that.
Well? See ya later!
What the fuck, man? Well, yeah, what is it?
so...
Lockers?
Hey,
But why would she do that, though?
Indeed.
Oh, wait. I think I know why now.
Hey,
I'll go it alone from here. Fox!
What?
so...
Does she even have to answer?
Come on.
Do you not trust her?
What?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Goodbye.
Thank you,
Well,
Bianca.
then.
Yeah.
Yo!
Oh, yeah, wink. No, it's not like that.
Okay.
Oh, a little backbone. Stop!
Shall we go? So then...
Yep. There he is. Looking all fresh as ever. Yeah, I know, right?
So...
You are the best, alter ego.
You...
Yeah, you're like always
However...
wandering around on your own. Why?
What?
Yeah, you make me worry, dude. We thought you would maybe rest in peace or something. You won't want that.
Indeed.
Well, no.
What?
Of course I believe in you, dude.
It's true.
Thank you. Just a little bit more.
That's fine.
Oh. It's my ringtone. I'm getting a phone call right now. I shall mute the mic. Be back. Well, better finish this up quickly now. Because... Oh, there she is again. And now we're back a second time. Went right into action.
Correct.
Ooh. We hit the jackpot? Way in the back of the boys' bathroom closet. I gotta do this quickly, I got people waiting for me, man. They're gonna be like, Nick, where the hell are you? And I'm gonna be like, yeah. Is there like a hidden shit? Is this one of those shits where it's like, you push the wall and it's a secret door? Oh, but how sick would that be, though? If you were actually in someone's house and that happened, I would be like, yo! Ba-bum. Revolving door. Seriously, I love shit like that.
Correct.
The secret room. Books and shit. That's what's in here. It's a chair. We got books that I ain't reading. Student registry. You must not leave. It's kind of weird. I can't leave. Yeah, it's like, please help. Oh God. No! Don't tell me. Oh God. Dude! Makoto behind you! The hell? That freaking hurt, man. Everything's all gone. Seriously, look at this. Yeah, what happened to all of them? It's all gone. It was the mastermind. They were trying to hide shit from us. They took everything before we could get the chance to see it. Oh God. The hell? What the hell's that? Is there someone doing something? Oh God. Is that a bulldozer? Hagagya, hya, paching. Sha 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 sha. Oh shit! Oh my God! Are they really going at it? Dude!
Why, you? What do you think you're doing?
Sakura and Monokuma are really going at it!
I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret.
Oh.
I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Oh shit.
Okay. But
Okay.
you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
Uh-oh. No. I don't like the sound of that. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I don't like the sound of it. He's got someone captive? Oh, and that's chapter 3. Damn, 3 people. Only 7 people remain. That is some shit, dude. Oh, I got Optimus Prime. I got an action figure. Oh, yeah, time to save. So I'm gonna do this right here.